Hi everyone, welcome to Coffee Date Thursday. I do have my coffee. I will admit I am pre-recording this. I have a really bad habit now of getting Starbucks and I shouldn't, but I did, and I'm trying out. I'm in front of my computer reading the questions and I've got you on my little tripod. It's like an 8-inch tripod. It's super cute. Holds your phone. It came with a clicker so you can do like start and stop or photos or whatever. Oh my gosh. Awesome. I'm stepping up my cell phone game. Anyway, today's Coffee Date Thursday topic is the happily married YouTube tag questions. And I will say this, some of these I've kind of read through them and some of them I don't know the answer to. We'll have to, go over those with John sometime when he's home, but he's never home right now. And when he is home, I am definitely not making videos because I'm spending every second with him. So, and another thing, there is no number 8. I don't know if that was a mistake or what, but yeah. So, let me see. Wait, hold on. Maybe, let me look real quick. I'm on my computer. 7, 9, nope. There is still no number 8, so. Okay, we are going to do this, and I'm going to try and do it in time, because there's 16 questions, and Jessica can ramble. So, let's go. After I get a drink of coffee. This is a black and white mocha, by the way. Amazing! I usually get salted caramel mochas, which is just a mocha with toffee syrup and caramel on top, but black and whites are good too. So, anyway. The happily married YouTube tag questions for today's Coffee Date Thursday. Number 1, did you date much before you met your husband? I had 3 serious boyfriends before I met John. 3? I think so. 3. John was number 4. And they all were like over a year. I didn't date to bounce from boy to boy. If you were dating me, you were in it for the long run, which is weird. So each of them was over a year. And then John came along. Number 2, did online dating exist and would you have used it? Yes, online dating existed. No, I would not have used it because I was in high school. Yeah. So, no, I would not have used it. Oh, there we go. Number 3, what qualities would you tell single ladies to look for? Integrity and respect and honesty and someone who has good time management. If he has no integrity or respect, you're doomed. I don't want to sound harsh or offend anyone, but if he's a jerk while you're dating him, he's gonna be a jerk when you marry him. If he doesn't respect you while you're dating, a ring is not gonna somehow suddenly put respect into him, okay? It's not gonna happen. If he's a jerk when you're dating, he's gonna be a jerk husband. So don't date a jerk. Okay, rant over. What dating advice would you give to your daughter? John and I have not talked about this yet. We probably should start. She is 6, and of course Phoebe is 3. But my advice would be find someone respectful. Find a guy who respects you, who respects himself, who respects authority, who respects his mom and dad and your mom and dad. And of course she needs to respect her mom and dad and his mom and dad, Her mom and dad being me and John. And that's good. That's a good starting point. And don't just give yourself away to the first boy you meet. Okay? Don't do that. How did you meet and how old were you? We met making peanut butter and jellies and serving Wednesday night suppers at our church. And we also sang in choir together. He started giving me rides home. But we really got to know each other over text message while he was on the Amtrak coming home from California on Thanksgiving night. They were headed home, and I got this text that was like, Happy Thanksgiving, and I was like, who is this? and yeah, sorry, I just got a low battery thing. And I was 15. No, I figured it out. I was 16 because it was November 2005, and he was 23. Yeah, 16 and 23. Did you know he was the one right away, and did he know? I think he knew before me. I don't think either of us were like, ah, right away, but I know he knew before me, and I knew after him, after a couple months. But he definitely knew before me. I'll ask him that, and he'll say that. What qualities did your husband love about you when you were first dating? I have no idea. We'll have to ask him that. Number 10, did you have a timeline for marriage in your mind before you got married? No, because honestly, I wasn't thinking about marriage when we were first dating. I was thinking about it later in dating, but not first, and so I didn't have a timeline at all. I was going to graduate high school and run to college somewhere else out of state. That obviously didn't happen. But let's see, and that kind of ties into number 11. Did you have to nudge your husband toward marriage, or did it happen on its own? I did not have to nudge my husband toward marriage. The longer we dated, the more we knew we wanted to marry each other. I wanted him as my husband, and we would just talk, like, and I would just tell him, like, I really want to marry you. I really love you. I really want to marry you. I think we should get married, you know? And he would say the same thing. So I didn't have to hint it. I didn't have to push him. I didn't have to nudge him. When he proposed, I had no idea he was going to propose because I wasn't expecting it until after I had graduated. And he proposed to me during freshman year in high school. So I went through the rest of freshman year and senior year as an engaged girl, and it was pretty cool. Number 12, what did you love most about your wedding? I don't know, besides just being able to marry him and singing. We sang a duet to each other. We sang to each other. That was pretty cool. But honestly, I have a lot I would redo with my wedding if I could. Oh, there's no 13 either. That's funny. So number 14, what elements of your wedding did matter as much as you thought they would? And I don't know if that means did or didn't. But honestly, I don't know. Like, what does that mean? Like, I would change my wedding. I would have had my biological dad walk me down the aisle. I would not have invited my stepdad or his mom or my mom. My mom did not come to my wedding. She disowned me the day I got married. And my stepdad came, and his mom came, my step-grandma, and they would not be in my pictures. So if you look at my wedding pictures, they're not even in there. But he walked me down the aisle, and I should have told him, no, if you're not going to be in my pictures, you're not going to walk me down the aisle. And I should have had my dad walk me down the aisle. Or I should have walked down the aisle alone like I wanted to. But honestly, weddings don't matter. You can have the most gigantic, expensive wedding. You could go to the courthouse. They don't matter. Like, I would have been happy going to the courthouse. I just would have. Yeah, I don't know. 15. Is the first year of marriage really the hardest? No. Not for me and John, but I think it's because we dated so long. Honestly, our hardest year to start with was year 3. Our third year, I thought I was going to lose my mind. Like, why did I get married? This is a horrible mistake. We really had a hard time during year 3. It depends on, like, how much time did you spend together dating? What did you guys do? You know, if you kind of know each other before you're married and you're not finding out how he squeezes his toothpaste or how he hangs his toilet paper or, you know, weird things like that before you're married, you won't fight as much. But we don't. No, our 3rd year was the worst. And it seems like now every year and a half we kind of have to have a refresher, just because every 18 months it seems to get hard. Number 16. What advice would you give newlywed couples? Marriage sucks. Stick it out. Find your groove. Don't listen to anyone else. You know, don't listen to, well, we do this and it works. Well, we do this and it works. Well, you should do this and it works. Yeah, you can try those things if you want to, but you have to find your groove and your husband's groove and your groove together. It's not 50-50. It's seriously 100-100. Do your best and don't worry about him unless he's a complete jerk and neglectful or abusive. Then we have problems. But it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be every day, oh, I love you, man. It's going to be hard. And there's some days where you're not going to like each other. But you still love each other, right? So, yeah. But it's hard. It's not, marriage isn't supposed to be easy. Marriage is the biggest challenge of your life. And you've got to accept it and win at it and work at it. And don't be afraid of counseling. We tried counseling with our pastor once, and it was just like, thanks for no help at all. And that was during that 3rd year. So, yeah. But just find your own groove. Do what you two want to do. Don't do what your family has done or his family has done or what your mom says to do or what your mother-in-law says to do. Don't. You can try and experiment, and it's trial and error all over the place. But you guys got to find your groove, your communication. Our communication, I communicate better by writing. So I will text him. I will email him. I am now, after 8 years of marriage, able to look him in the eye and speak. When we first were married, I couldn't communicate at all, and I had to email it. I had to write it in a journal. I had to text it, and then he had to read it just to know what was going on, because I sucked at communicating. So find your groove. Find what works for you guys. Yeah. So that is it for this tag. I hope it's okay. I don't know. I like doing tags. If I could just have a YouTube channel of tags, I would, because I love it. Please have a good rest of your coffee date Thursday, and I will talk to you all later. Remember to like this video and subscribe it and hit that notification button if you're new to the channel, so that you know when the next video comes up. And also, of course, if you want to do this tag, do it and let me know so I can go watch it. And you can find the rest of the videos from Coffee Date Thursday down in my description. Go watch the rest of the ladies. I hope you have a good Coffee Date Thursday. I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.